Okay, so we are live now. So, okay, what upon?
So, hello everyone. Welcome back to our online meditation sessions in August 24th. So, let's see, we are nearly end of the Q3. So then let's see that what we can learn more on the meditation, and we will see if we have another friends to join us. So we can start now, พระอาจารย์
Okay, so in that case, let's practice meditation to begin with, and then after that, we will have, as usual, the discussions. Okay, so now in this case, though, sitting in a comfortable position, yeah? Take a few long, deep breaths. And gently close your eyes. And allow your body to be eased and supported by the ground beneath you or a chair that you are sitting on. Take a few deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out. And as you breathe out, let go of any unnecessary tensions in your body. Aware of the present moment, here and now. And try to be mindful and recognize your presenceness here, sitting on this particular spot. The contact of the body with the chair or a cushion, or even listening the sound of this breath coming in and going out. And intentionally reminding yourself as you breathe in, as you breathe out, reminding that this is the present moment. Every moment when you recognize the breath coming in and going out, this is a present life. So practice of a mindfulness meditation in our day-to-day life is to remember to return in the present moment again and again, which we can extend in other daily activities. So settling down and grounding yourself. Now turn your attention towards the emotions and feelings that you are experiencing in the present moment. What is present now? Are you having calmness of the mind? Feeling joy, the restlessness, sadness? And doesn't matter whichever the present moment that you are aware of, whether the calmness or the joy or unhappiness or unsatisfactoriness, subtle or immeasurable, whatever attention, just breathe in and relax. And if it's very heavy, you feel that it's really heavy and hard, then let the breath be kind and spacious around you. If it's like a joyful, allow your gratitude to accompany it. There's no judgment on anything, simply noticing. Breathe within the feeling. Treating all these emotions as a visitor, as a postman. Welcome them with mindfulness and compassion, but do not keep them. Whether the pleasant sensations or unpleasant sensations, as a part of the natural law and the part of the human beings when to want to be in a certain way. So allow yourself to embrace pleasant sensations or unpleasant state of the mind as a part of a human experience. And having awareness that doesn't matter what we experience, whether the pleasant sensations or unpleasant sensations, these are conditioned, created, and all conditioned things are impermanent. that is impermanent. As we are sitting here and now, we notice the change, a nature of the change of a non-humans. Comprehending things fall into this anicca, dukkha, and anatta. And on this journey, we are not alone. Many others are practicing mindfulness at this very moment around the world. Feel the strength in the community, the Sangha. Continue practicing for some times. Bring your attention to the body and return to your eyes and open your eyes. Relax for a few moments. All right. Okay. Anybody wants to share anything? Anybody, any question to ask? For us, we have been practicing all night meditation, so I'm a bit sleepy at the moment. So we have been meditating all night since yesterday, 7 o'clock, and this is our third time of the year. So, so that's why if you find me a bit dozed off, you may wake me up. Okay. Okay. Anyone? Anybody wants to? Yes, Jonas?
Just thank you so much for being here. That even
Mm.
if we are a small group, that we can do this together. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So, I haven't got chance to go back to listen our previous session, but what I thought that I will just give you overview as I think it fits. Okay? So in the practice of a meditation, generally we are trying to have a concentration mind, a concentrated mind. So with that intention and motivation, we try our hard to disconnect ourselves and then connect within. Now, this concentration has to have a right understanding. The concentration itself can play two roles in here, or functions, two functions. Now, one function is to get the a concentrated state of the mind where our hindrances are subsided or suppressed. Now, further on, another aspect that we have to be mindful is that we have to make sure that we are not attached to that focus attention or we are attached to that concentration. So one, we are looking for the concentration, and then the second, we are not attached to that concentration. Right? That has to be clear here. In a sense, it's like a concentrated state of the mind on its own is a state of a becoming from a chaotic mental state and scattered mind to one pointed attention. So it's like a useful path for us, and then we feel that there is something that I am receiving. Obviously, that concentration is not the end of the practice. We have to go beyond from it, right? Beyond from it. But the first matter is to get that concentration so that I can feel that there is something after practice. Oh, I feel that. Okay? So even the Buddha said that when our mind is concentrated, then it actually helps us to see the things as they truly are. In a Buddhist term, it's called you will be able to recognize the Four Noble Truths, right? And the Four Noble Truths basically talking about I am going through the suffering. I have many problems in my life. How can I get rid of these problems? Uh, so we know only one, that I am having so much trouble in my life. I don't know how to deal with that. And we just go back to the same question. I'm having a trouble. I'm having a trouble. The Four Noble Truth is not just a one, the problem. We have to investigate on that this problem has a cause. This problem can be ended and there is a way out. So that is the teachings of the Buddha that we will be able to understand if we have concentrated mind. And that's why I often I said that when our mind is scattered, or like the water, the shallow water doesn't create the energy, so we don't have electricity. But once we have created, concentrated this water and create the dam and release from one particular concentrated hole, and then that produces the energy, and that's how we get the electricity. Right? So similar pattern. When our mind is concentrated, then it has an energy, and that energy allows us to see what's happening. And then we are, in the meantime, we are not attached to that concentrated state. We are not attached to that calmness mind. We are not attached to this such a wonderful experience that I had or I am having. Right? So concentration itself, that's why in the practice of a meditation is very essential. And this is essential factor. And once we have this concentrated state of the mind, then mind is very stable, and mind is very still, and it is the factor that allows us to see through inside us what's happening in me, inside my mind and heart, what's happening. So, in order to understand this right concentration, that's why we have to have a right view, right view, or also known as right understanding. And this right understanding is actually the important factor that keeps the right mindfulness. So the moment when we have a right view or right understanding about the things and the way we do practice, right mindfulness comes in there. So mindfulness is there as well. And what is the right understanding? We have to understand that one too. So the right understanding is that something, once we have done, it has a result. Good action has a good result, bad action has a bad results. It can be immediate results or it can be a lifetime. So this is, we have to have this right understanding. So as we meditate, we pay attention to the breath, our mind settles and we gain the calmness. And that actually the result of our action. So this is the right understanding. And then that understanding allows us to further on to gain the wisdom, not having attachment to that. Now, in order to gain that concentration, according to the Buddhist terminologies, we have to keep our mindset in the precepts, so that our mind is not disturbed. Our physical action is purified, our verbal action is purified, then it's easy to gain the concentration. If our physical actions are not purified, verbal or speech are not purified, then it will automatically disturb our mind. Then we can't get the concentration. When we can't get the concentration, then we can't dive into our own minds and our heart to see things as they truly are. So that's why the first in a first, if we are looking for the progress in the practice of meditation to gain the insight, then make sure that we practice 5 precepts at least. Be conscious of the precepts. And when we are conscious of the precepts, do you know what happens? We become very mindful of actions that we take care. Whenever we execute our any actions, whether by doing it physically or whether by speaking, we become mindful. And not only that mindful, we also further become aware when things comes to contact with us. When eye sees, we become very conscious of that. When ear hears the sound, we become conscious of that sound. So basically, in a full form, everyday life becomes fruitful. You're guarding of yourself, protecting yourself, so you don't have to buy any insurance. So you're protected because you're always mindful. When you see, when you hear, when you test, when you touch, when you think, you're mindful. That's called sangwara, being mindful of your 6 senses. And this awareness of the 6 senses actually, then it helps us to be mindful in our day-to-day life, beginning with eating. So that's why Buddha used the word called Bhojane Matanyuta. So moderation in eating. And here, moderation in eating, it doesn't mean just food that we consume, but it's anything. Anything that we use, we become a moderate on that. We will be moderate, or there will be a moderation of using things. So these all basically is the action that we are performing it, and then the results we are getting. It's not like a big results, but small bit by bit there are results we are experiencing. And with that results that we are experiencing, actually it brings more calmness, more rapture, and more joys in us. Joyous feeling in our minds and our heart. That, oh, what a wonderful feeling. I feel so calm. I feel so happy. It's called a pamocha, means emotionally very happy. And this happiness leads to further calmness now. Further calmness. So it's interrelates, interconnected in that way. And then this calmness is initially, it was conditioned by our action that we try to focus on the object, and as a result, the hindrance has been subsided or suppressed, and we got the calmness. Now, this concentration is different. This concentration we gain through the right understanding, having understood things, and that's how we are gaining the calmness on the concentrated mental state. And this mental state actually helps to see how can I go further. So that moment, it's up to you to make, it's up to you to be or not to be. So you can maneuver your concentration. You can play with that now. You can play with that how can I change? How can I improve? How long do I want to be here in this moment, in this mental state or this concentrated mind? Now, this is the benefit of your motivation to pay attention to. And then a second, you are having a right understanding on it and understood that uh, you the one who do it, and then the result you are receiving it. Now this and then further on, as I earlier on said, that we should not be attached to the concentrated mental state, and to get that one is not easy. We often attach to this calmness, concentrated mind, and this calmness and concentrated mind, or it's like going into such a zanic or the absorptions. Mind just want to be in that state. Mind just want to be in that mode. uh, it's like you have just taken what's called a drug, kind of a drug, and then once you took it, you will just into that mode. um, I forgot the drug's name. But anyway, it's like you are taking a drug and then go into that mode, and then you forget everything, and then you don't want to associate with anybody. Rest of the world is just a chaotic. Just me in this moment, in this mode is the perfect mode. Like that. So we want to be in that. Now, the Buddhist meditation is not like that. Buddhist meditation is the more you get, the more you release, and then you expand. You see others as equal to us. You see others are in a position could come and practice. And there is a kindness and compassion generates towards other people. There will be this intention that want them to learn this practice as well. But this one, in order to get that one, the second practice we have to do is called a generosity, dana. uh, giving giving by little, little things. Giving, that's why now giving is not easy things to do. Yeah, because we spend a lot of time working, and then you have worked so hard to get your salaries. As soon as you got the salary, you will be holding it. This is mine. I earned it. Uh, no one dare to steal from me. So there is a attachment, and there is a possessiveness is there. And with that possessiveness, similar mentality we have developed in the practice of a meditation as well. That I am a good meditator. I normally do meditation every day. I have attained the jhanas. I have attained the concentration. I can go to this mental state quickly. Go on. So we have developed that possessiveness even in the spiritual journey. So that's why the Buddha's instruction is that learn to give. Now, giving to anybody is not easy job to do. So that's why you are requested, or you are invited to train yourself to give someone that you respect, starting from giving to the parents, or starting from giving to the teachers, or someone that you respect, like a venerable monks. And this little things giving a rice, or maybe a few euros. And that gradually you're giving it, it transforms into that, oh, sharing actually gives more pleasure. It's more like a letting go, and you feel free, you feel more release. And that not only material things that we are learning to give, we will also able to learn our emotional attachments to the possessive intentions. Emotionally attached to the items, emotionally attached to the partners, emotionally attached to the friends and families, and wealth, and so on. So we will be able to recognize that because of that concentrated mind. So this concentrated mind leading towards the wisdom. Learn to let go. Okay? Learn to let go. And that letting go actually energize us to let go of our emotions, our attachment, not just from the material, but also even the jhanic states of experiences, the concentrated mental state itself. So that's why the giving is not just a small giving, it actually helping us to learn to give a bigger things. Now, this is what we are supposed to develop. And this development actually takes a long time to do because from day one, we have been trained to gain. We have been trained to acquire more. We have been trained to accumulate more. We have been trained to develop a possessiveness more, like that. In the past, if we look at the human civilizations, landowner, we do not own the land. Individual person do not own the land. Individual person do not own the house. It is communal. A group of people owns the land, and we are part of that community, and we jointly own that land and jointly own that house. And with that, we have a communal practice and communal responsibilities to look after one another, and help one another to cultivate, or help one another to look after the house. And whereas now we have developed into nucleus families, individual possessiveness into everything, and that has created a lot of trouble. So that's fine. The practice of a meditation is actually creating this communal responsibility in one another. So practice of the precepts, allowing us to be safe and secure as well as others to be safe and secure. Practice of this giving, we are actually having this mutual responsibility to look after ourselves and to others. So this now this is a bit difficult to comprehend now nowadays. Even like in my age when I was young, I remember that the lands that my father had it wasn't owned by my father. My father was simply working on one of the lands, and then as the government developed, government insisted people to register the land, and with that, government is actually enforcing us to develop this possessiveness. And with that possessiveness developed, what happens? There is stealing, there is disputes, there is fighting, there is a crisis, and so on. And that's simply because of that possessiveness. Now, the practice of a mindfulness meditation is that once we have developed into a certain level, then we have to have a right understanding that even that is uncertain, that is going to change. And that change helps us to develop further practices that, number one, be kind to one another. Number two, learn to share with with everyone. And this sharing involves with the this understanding that everybody is capable of enlightenment. Everyone is capable of enlightenment. So developing up to the attaining the liberation. And then the third one, we will be able to comprehend that actually our life is uncertain. Our life is uncertain, and we should not be attached to it. And we better contemplate that since we are uncertain, and so others are uncertain, then we better promote kindness and compassion. Seeing everybody as equal, everybody as same, and at different levels. So when we able to develop these practices, then actually our practice is working. So it's a matter that we should be reflecting and questioning again and again, that my concentration, is it developed? How much I am attached to? And then with that, what are the factors that is helping me to gain that concentration? And then how am I developing my relationship with the community? Right? And if that turn out to be a positive, then there is something happening. Then something happening, and that happening, you feel happy, you feel free, as well as you feel to others, wishing them to be happy and feel free too. Right? So these are some of the things that we should be mindful of, and that's why in our day-to-day life, try to be mindful of our speech, try to be mindful of our physical actions, and whatever we do, try to be mindful. With that mindful living, emotionally we also become very resilient, and we become very uh, conscious of any feelings and emotions that develops. So with that, what we will be furthering further understanding on that these are actually, it's like a cloud passing. It won't stay long, it just changes and it just passes, it just goes, and life just flows. And with that, we don't need to be attached to anything. We should not be developing any sense of a possessiveness, including the attainment of this concentration, including the knowledge that we have attained. So this is what I thought I will share with you for today. So with that, I end here for this reflection. And the floor is open. If you want to ask a question, you're most welcome, or share, please do so. Otherwise, we will practice another one session. Anyone wants to share? Yes.
Don't turn on my camera.
Okay.
As usual, just the about possession
Yes.
or giving, sharing. I've been struggling with that for the past few months, but I'm in between sharing and processing. I was like, okay, this is supposed to be mine, that should be mine. Why that person didn't see that this is correct, this is the right thing to do, that it should be equally shared. This part is mine. Why that person don't see it that way? Why they want more? Why, yeah. It's like, should I let go? Say, okay, well, I get what I get and that's enough, and then I'll live with it? Or should I fight for it to receive what I should get? So it's been an internal struggling. Yeah. With this, like, okay, should we be happy with what we have, and then we continue on and just think, okay, this is sort of how it should be. Don't want more. Don't try to work out on it when it doesn't really matter. Or then you think of like, okay, then the life will go on, and how am I going to survive after that? Something like that. It's just like, huh? What should I do? So that's my question. Like, where is the balance on that? Thank you.
That's a very tough question,
I know. That's been I've been
especially
struggling.
especially if that is a heritage from your parents, of what's called a share of a parents that we supposed to get, or if you are, let's say, you break up, and then uh, there are shares that you should get, or um, so anyway, this is a very difficult one. Now you have to ask yourself that, is it worth fighting? Is it worth fighting for possession and then your mental health? And once you have investigated that it's not worth fighting, then just let go. It doesn't matter how big that is. As long as we have a life, you will not won't go hunger. Humans are very adaptable to find ways to survive. So it's a human instinct. Now, in the same time, if you think that it is worth of fighting, then that fighting again should be in a moderation. That would not affect your life. That should not affect your livelihood. Then you better fight it. Now, I'll tell you a story. Now, normally siblings will be fighting over even for the a small piece of things. And there was a story that two brothers were fighting over a steel daraz, steel cabinet. Okay, steel cabinet. Now, this is supposed to be divided into half. Now, the brother, younger brother, so elder brother, told younger brother that you give me a half. You suppose this is £100, so give me 50, and you take away the whole steel cabinet. Now, this brother, he said, "No, I just want to have a half. I just want to have a half." And then the elder brother told him that it's okay. In that case, give me 50, I give you, or take 50, I take it. No, he just want to have a half. Now, in that case, what would you do if you are an elder brother that you're offering younger brother? And they could not come to conclusion. Then the elder brother said, "Okay, in that case, you have it." You have it. And then younger brother said, "No, I don't want all. I just want to have half." So with that, then the elder brother divide this cabinet into half. Once it's been half, no one can use it. Useless, still now. Like that. So another story, a long-term partner. So this lady, she was with her partner for many years, and they somehow he somehow didn't change the will. So she's not married, and suddenly he died, and everything gone to his brother, who never came to see him, or didn't have any relationship or didn't have any communication for many, many years. And now this really put her into a very difficult position, and she didn't know what to do. If she fight, there is a possibility may get some, but there is no chance. We do not know because she is not married. So in those cases, what should you do? You have to check the probability and worth fighting. And in terms of the sibling, if we check ourselves, for friends, we can give so many things. But for siblings, even little piece of things we can't give. We have this possessiveness that belongs to me. That's my share. But for others, we could give. That's the siblings' nature. So that's why sometimes letting go actually brings more. That here brings more means mentally happy. And then meantime, you are keeping the relationship with a person that you gave. That person at least will see that, okay, he or she or you have given something like that. Okay? But this is a very tough question. You have to ask yourself, worth or not worth.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's the question I've been asking myself daily and still not working it out, but we'll work on it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's not easy one. Right. Anybody?
I can share my
Yeah.
experience. So, actually, Bhajan said about the forgiveness. I just had that experience also last month. It's quite tough. It's really, I practice almost every day, but when you are in the real situation, it's quite difficult. You know, it's a real case. But then normally I forgive everything is very easily. But in some cases, I don't know why I hold it. You know, and I just realized that what happened to me again. And then Python said also the same. I just want to confirm and compliment that when the mind is free, you will see that what happened to yourself. So actually, when I start, this has happened in my working area, and I didn't realize that I hold that even the person who is complaining, and I hold it in my heart, and it's really hard to forgive. And then I just realized what happened to my body, you know, is is like a very hard that you didn't realize because you keep continue to do like you are like a machine. You keep doing, and then the end, the side of your body is show up. You crap. You know, it's like a machine is break. Like I compare with the water in the glass, and the glass it just flow out like what happened? Because I forget to look at myself, to be honest. This is happening with the day-to-day life that we forgot to look at yourself. Even I practice the meditation every day, you know, try to be mindful, but in some cases it happened like that and you hold it, you didn't realize. And then one day you see you went to the hospital again. I said, what happened to me? You know, and just look back. Oh, and then I need my time to break. And I stop. I mean, I break for few days, go out from the same environment, and just look it back. I hold something with some person who is complaining me, and I angry that this is I didn't know that I'm angry, but actually I'm not really like angry explode like that. But I had something is stuck in my deeper inside, you know, and you didn't realize. And then when you step out, you have a deep breath, relax, forget everything. Your mind is clear. Oh, why I take that? You suddenly realize that it's not good for yourself. Firstly, it's impact to you. They didn't understand. They didn't care. They just step out, and emotion actually I take it. So I realized that for what? Why I hold it? And I try to think the positive. This person is to have a good person, blah blah blah, explain, reflection to myself, and I said, okay, yes, they still have something good. And the end, I have to come back to take care of myself. Just forgive, let it be, let it go. And when you start, this is really powerful of the brain, like clear. That's it. Nothing. It's just like, okay, that's it. And then I start to look at that one to another one. And the end is it's not really 100 peaceful, it's just extreme, but you will be in that environment better and better day by day. I just want to share because just to compliment to Faisal. It's not easy to forgive, but it works when you make your mind clear.
So I normally used to explain about forgiveness and forgetting. I think you may have remember me saying anything about forgiveness. Sometimes it's very difficult, but look at the word for giving. Forgive means it is to give, for giving, not to keep. If you keep it, you're disturbed. But if you give it, then you are not disturbed. Right? So forgiving. And then forgetting, so you forget about what had happened. So it means forgetting what you're getting peace of mind. So forgiving, that it is supposed to give, not to keep. So after given, you will have this a peace of mind. It takes time, obviously, and the practice actually helps us to distill it. When things happen, before we get annoyed, we have gone through the investigation on things that had happened. So with that, very unlikely we will be hurt deeply up to the level that we have to forgive. Forgiveness is something that will not be there because you are not taking any. Then you don't have to worry about forgiving. And oftentimes, when somebody says to you, they have forgotten, but we take it on and we play with that in our thinking, and with that, we are disturbed. So we want to be, and then we calculate and we measure from so many different things, and with that we become more annoyed, and with that annoying, then we have to learn to let go. We have to learn to forgive, and so on. But these all possible the very moment when you're aware of that. The moment when you're aware that I'm going through it, actually halfway the journey, you are freeing yourself. And the very moment when you manage to forgive, then that definitely brings the happiness. Now, in terms of the possessiveness, just got this thought came to my mind that we cannot give away everything at the moment because we are still in the worldly affairs. We are not enlightened yet. As a result, we got to be very mindful of what you can and what you can't. So you got to be very mindful of investigating the possibilities and the possibilities. Then only you can judge on that. So like few years ago when my parents were alive, as a monk, I thought that I don't need any inheritance from my parents, so I didn't wanted to have it. So I give all to my brothers, and only one condition was that look after my parents. But that was my hope. It doesn't happen like that. And then later on, a year later, I realized that they were not looking after. Then I was given a suggestion that you should keep your name on it. At least it will help uh, to look after parents. Then following year, 2 year, I think 2 years later, I went back and then put my names on one of the inheritance, the land, right? And I saw that actually I have a voice. I could tell them. These things need it as well. But now parents are gone, and probably this year I will go and release all the names that I am attached to. So like that. But having said that, there are monks in Nepal who, after giving up all the assets, from possessions, from inheritance from the parents, they are in troubles as well. So some of them suggested me not to give up, but I thought that no, I am not, probably I'm not going back, so better not keep it and let them have like that. So, but you are not a monk, and in the meantime, we have this desires as well. So, be considerate and be mindful whenever you're making a judgment. The important is check yourself, whether it is worth fighting or not. And if you think that it is, then be mindful. Right, in that case, shall we practice another session? Okay. Okay, let's sitting in a comfortable position. Let's practice one more. So let's us begin by finding a comfortable posture. And sit upright and relax. Rest yourself on the cushion or on a chair. Rest your hands naturally. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. And acknowledging your presenceness here, and spend some time observing the breath. Incoming breath, outgoing breath. And releasing any tensions. Let the body settle and let the mind calm. And feel the support from the chair or the cushion. And bring awareness to the moment here and now. Notice any feelings and sensations that's taking place. You may investigate the body sitting on a chair and the pressure that's producing the heat, or the sound of the breath coming in and going out. And breathing in and breathing out. And whatever other emotions comes, other feelings come, just acknowledge them and let them free. Do not hold on to it, whether the pleasant sensations or unpleasant sensations. Just recognize them and let go. Investigating any sensations, investigation any awareness, knowing that these are impermanent, seeing them with wisdom, seeing them clearly. Everything changes, everything passes. And remember, if you feel mind is not concentrated, adapting the object of a meditation and working with that to gain the focus attention. And developing the concentration. It doesn't mean you look for that or any experiences that you had. Whichever ways you gain concentration, just be mindful of that. And not developing the idea that I should be staying with it or I should have it. That's not how it works. Mind changes, mind pattern changes, environment changes, and that influences our attainment too. So mindfully working Now bring your attention to your hands and to your eyes. You may slowly open your eyes and come out from the practice. Okay. Right. So with this, I think we will practice loving kindness meditation to finish up, unless you have anything to ask or share. So in that case, let's practice loving kindness meditation. Right? Just to inform that next month it will be end of the month again. End of the month. And October, we may have to do it a little early. 26th, we will have a Katina ceremony. So we may have to do it a little early. So that's the two things that I wanted to share. Right, so with this, let's practice loving kindness meditation. So sitting in a comfortable position again, relax yourself. And bring your attention to yourself as you're sitting. Gently close your eyes. Feel the sensations throughout the body. And bring your attention to your hands. Feel the sensations in your hand. And shift your attention to your heart area. Feel the beating heart. And shift your attention to your heart area. Feel the beating heart. And as you feel the beating heart generating loving kindness and compassion to yourself, as you feel the beating heart and feel the connection with your heart, generating loving kindness and compassion to yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I be free from troubles of a body and mind. Similarly, sharing loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings, starting from near dear one, whatever beings there are. My near dear ones, are bringing it to your mind and sharing this loving thought. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be at peace, may you be free from suffering. And sharing loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings far and wide, whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings. May they be well, may they be happy, may they be peaceful. Whatever beings there are, may they be well, may they be happy, may they be at peace, may they be free from suffering. Now bring your attention back to your hands and to your heart. And feel the beating heart. Feel the sensations in your body. Feel the sensations. And bring that attention to your eyes. Feel the sensations in your eyes. Creating intention to open your eyes and come out from the practice and reflect for a few moments. So, okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you very much. So we may have to finish it a little early today. So thank you very much and continue practicing, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you
Next
very
session.
much. Thank you
Okay.
everyone. Thank you พระอาจารย์ very much also อนุโมทนาสาธุค่ะ
Okay, thank you, Jonas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good weekend.